Hi everyone, I'm Clara from Online Fabric Store. Way back in 2015, we made a tutorial on how to make a wristlet. It's always been one of my favorites and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I've made many since then for myself and for presents, and I've improved the design over time, like adding a zipper compartment. So let's get started on this new and improved wristlet.
Tape and cut out the pattern piece that will fit your phone. Cut out a piece of your outer fabric. I'm using an outdoor fabric for the outer fabric. You can use any decor fabric, but the outdoor fabric will wear really well. Also, cut out the two strap pieces from the outer fabric. From the lining fabric, cut out the main pattern piece and two pocket lining pieces. I'm using broadcloth for the lining. Cut off the seam allowance on the pattern and cut out a piece of the interfacing. On the piece that will be on the outside, poke a pin through the center of the snap marking on the pattern. Mark where the pin comes out on the right side of the fabric. Repeat for the other snap marking. Center the interfacing on the back of the piece that has the snaps marked. Make sure the fusible side is facing down and iron to attach the interfacing. Center one side of the snap on a mark and stick a pin through it to hold it in place. From the back, push a threaded needle through so it comes out one of the 4 holes on the edges of the snap. Go in and out of the fabric several times to wrap the thread around that side of the snap. Then move on to the next hole and continue until the snap is attached on all 4 sides. Once the snap is secure, remove the pin. Continue to sew until the snap's on there really well. Knot the thread on the back. Repeat for the other half of the snap. For the medium size, we don't need to do anything to the zipper, but for the large size, you'll have to add some fabric to extend the zipper to the right length. Cut 2 pieces of the outer and lining fabrics that are the same width as the zipper. Don't worry about the length right now. Fold the edges under for both pieces and sew across. Trim so it's the same width as the outer and lining pieces. For all sizes, with the pocket lining fabric facing up if it has a right and a wrong side, place the zipper face up along the top edge of the lining. Place the outer fabric on top facing down. With the zipper foot on your sewing machine, sew down the edge with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Make sure the edges of the fabric and the zippers are lined up as you go. When you get close to the zipper pull, Stop, lift the needle and presser foot, move the zipper pull up, then continue sewing to the end. Open the fabric to find the other side of the zipper and repeat, layering the fabric and the zipper like before. Iron the seams where the fabric attaches to the zipper. To create a nice finished look, I'm going to top stitch about 1/8 of an inch from the seam. Iron the large strap piece in half. Then fold in one side, iron, and repeat for the other side. This strap will be 7 inches long when finished, but you can make it shorter or longer if you prefer. Do the same thing for the small strap piece. Loop the long piece through the D-ring. Unfold the two ends and line them up with the right sides facing. Sew them together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then refold the strap. Stitch 1/8 of an inch from the edge on both sides of the strap. Position the seam about 1/2 an inch above the ring and stitch the two sides together on the seam, backstitching at the ends. Sew along the edges of the small strap piece as well. Loop the small piece through the ring and sew the ends together just to hold it in place. Snap the outer piece together and mark the center of the fabric. This is where the strap will go. Open the zipper about 3/4 of the way. Position the fabric so the right sides of the outer fabric and lining are facing each other, and same for the pocket lining pieces. Pin or clip the pieces together. Insert the strap at the mark so it's sandwiched between the fabric. Make sure the fabric is folded so the edges of the zipper are pointed towards the lining side. Also, take note of where the metal parts of the zipper are so you don't hit them with the needle. Sew around the edges with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Leave a gap of about 5 inches at the bottom of the pocket lining. I like to start at one of the ends of the zippers since that's the trickiest part. Sew back and forth a couple of times at the strap to give it extra strength. Clip the corners to remove extra fabric. Trim the zipper and strap if needed. Turn the wristlet right side out and poke out the corners. Iron the edges of the piece. At the gap in the lining, fold in the edges and press. Top stitch the opening closed. Push the pocket lining in and close the zipper. Fold the two ends the amount indicated on the pattern and press flat. You can either top stitch the sides or hand sew. I prefer the look of hand sewing with an invisible stitch. See our invisible stitch tutorial for more information. Repeat until all 4 sides are done. And that's it, your wristlet is complete. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more sewing tutorials, tips, and tricks. Here's the materials we used in this project. An outer fabric, a lining fabric, a medium to heavy fusible interfacing, a sew-on snap, a 7-inch zipper, thread and a hand sewing needle, a 3/4 inch D-ring, and also a sewing machine, iron, and other basic sewing supplies.